Hello. Anyway, that's a good intro. Welcome to the video. Today, I'm going to be doing a world tour for my 4,000 days. Now, if you look closely to the well-observed eye, the keen viewer may recognize that I, yes, have not in fact played for 4,000 days. I'm actually trolling you. You're actually a big loser if you believe I played for 4,000 days. Now, 3,970 is close enough, and I might be slightly impatient. Hopefully that door wasn't too loud. I don't play with sounds on, so I'm not very well versed in how sounds work with OBS in Minecraft. But yeah, this is my base, obviously. Built it in 100% legit survival. I say that because it's true. Yeah. So yeah, here's the base. Pure diamonds, emeralds, and gold, and some iron if you're feeling extra quirky. But yeah, here's my house that I built. It's like a testament to Minecraft. Usually people will go into creative and just build houses out of the fancy blocks, but I built this all in legit survival, 4,000 days roughly. And yeah, so here it is. Let's start off. Hopefully I have enough fireworks with the basics. So let's start off with where it all began. So world spawn, if you're starting this world from scratch, is right over here. Somewhere right around here, probably. I'd say around here, probably. This is world spawn. It's pretty desolate. I tried covering it up with stone because this is outside of the real technical world barrier, which is that big wall right there. But yeah, so here is the world. Anytime I die, usually I'm not in a bed, I have to go all the way through this wall and through that little hole right there. Hopefully they don't shoot me. So yeah, this was an iron farm that I kind of destroyed because it wasn't producing enough iron, nor was I ever close enough to it to make it worthwhile. But yeah, I'll try to explain things if I can remember to do that. This giant wall is a wall. I know, it's hard to believe. It is a large circle. If we just fly around for a little bit, I still need to cut out the edges here. I used some tools to help me with that, just to verify that it was a complete circle, that I wasn't going incorrect, so that I wasn't doing incorrect measurements. But yeah, here is the circle. The world that it was involved. I have a video explaining it, I think. But yeah, so it's a big circle. It encompasses the entire base. I'll have to show you a map real quick, just as a reference point. So here I am, right here. It's a 1,500 block circle. I still haven't discovered it with the. I recently changed to Forge real quick recently to get a few quality of life mods. But it's a pretty big circle. I don't know if it's the largest circle in the world. I don't have any care to verify that claim. But yeah, so it's a big circle. As you can see, over 200,000 dirt has been placed. I like to keep random statistics about things I do. Various projects require quite a lot of mining and or placing. But yeah, back to over here. This is going to be like an introduction or world tour slash history of the world. Love that. I hope that's not too loud. I don't know actually. I hope it isn't. But yeah, so there used to be a village here. Hard to believe. I'll place the seed on screen, I think, if I can remember to. And I made this world in 1.18 before switching to 1.19. The current version I'm on now, 1.19.2 from 1.18.2. So yeah, I modified this place quite a bit. There used to be a village here and another village over here. You can actually see one of the houses and a few floating houses that I've yet to dismantle. So yeah, village here, village there, and I've transformed it. Here's an iron farm. I'll get to more on that later. So yeah, the goal for the building structure of this world, need to fix that, was to make chunk-based buildings. You might be able to notice some square-ish architecture. So most of these, if I press F3 and G to bring up the chunks, you can see here's a chunk, and this building resides within it very comfortably. There's still an extra block on every side to expand if needed, but I like making it a little smaller. I think it's 14 by 14. Yeah, so that goes there. So here's the first base I ever built. Actually, I built another house here, but it looked awful. Like, you know, Minecraft 1.0 beta 3 or whatever. Awful. Like something you'd build the first millisecond you found out what Minecraft was. So, oh yeah, also I need to turn down animal sounds. Alright, animal sounds are down. There's cows up here. They're loud and annoying. That's why I usually don't play with sound on. But yeah, here's the first base. World was created on January, February, March 18th, 2022. It is now November 16th, 2022. So it's been quite a few months. November 11 minus 3 numbers. Oh god, that's hard. I cannot do math right now. 11, 10, 9, 8. It's been about 8 months, 7 months, something like that. Since I've created this world. Here's my first diamond sword, of course. And this wasn't the first nether star that I got, but here it is. And then here's a projects list, which I'll never reveal to you because all my projects are secretive, of course. But yeah, so I started off with this, just a chunk dug out in the ground a little bit. As you can see, this isn't sea level, I don't think. No, 64. Yeah, this might be a longer video. Hopefully not, because videos that are longer take longer to render, take longer to upload. But yeah, I'll just try to make it however I feel comfortable with. So over here, there's a little bit of storage. I don't use this too much anymore. As you can see, the ground is block coated for things. There's pickaxes in here. I should grab those. I didn't know those were in there. That's actually quite useful. I'll put those away later. I'll have to talk about that as well. So block storage, not extremely organized, but it serves its purpose for the beginning. Water elevator / fall shaft to get me to where I need to go. Basic storage, little indents for storage. Down here is access to that wheat farm that no longer is functional, but more rather aesthetic from the top, or yeah, from the top. Over here, I should probably clean this up a little bit, but I don't want to. Over here, nether portal. Then over here is a shulker unloading station. Now you might be asking yourself, what the heck is a shulker unloading station? I'm not going to answer that. Anyway, over here is a wheat, and this brings out the best in us. There's a cow. And you might be asking yourself, why is there a cow? Also, I don't know what durability it is, so I'm not going to use it. I'll use car battery. Over here, we can see that this cow is named Your Mom, because my comedy is the best in the world. There we go. Anyway, on to the next topic. That being the bed, because it's not getting dark, never mind. So yeah, over here we have the little high rise to viewing the cows and the wheat farm, because why wouldn't you want to see both at the same time? And a very useful, not useful, nether wart farm, because I definitely need nether wart 24/7 because I'm making potions literally all the time. And if you look at my statistics, which I might show later, I don't. Anyway, yeah, that's that. First, like basically home base. I like how it looks. It's very aesthetic, very warm. Over here is the Twitch donation / follower cave / pathway. If you follow me on Twitch while I'm live, I might write your name down, and either if you donate, I'll write your name down when you did it, or if you donate any money. I think I have somewhere here. I lost his name. He's gone. Oh well. But yeah, this has room for expansion if ever I get popular, which will never happen. However, that's not the point. I do this for fun. Anyway, and sometimes I'm feeling quirky, and I start mining. Yeah, this one's pretty deep. And if I need resources, which I definitely don't, I go down here. So yeah, that's that. Anyway, that's the main base location area. It's getting actually dark now, so we can sleep. And we will move on to the next topic. I have killed the Ender Dragon. This is actually on hard, locked on hard. Although I did play easy for like the first 200 days, maybe, I don't know. So yeah, that's that. It looks pretty nice. Here's Mustard Cat, everyone's favorite fan cat, Mustard Cat. And this is Horse. I haven't named it yet, so he'll just be called Horse. Over here is the first of iteration of a smeltery, Sand. So yeah, I made a little contraption here that rotates the cauldrons every few blocks or whenever a clock does it for it. See if I actually have a lava bucket somewhere in here. I do, look at that. With glass, I'm actually insane. So whenever this cauldron specifically right here or in this location updates, it will move itself. It's pretty fancy. Or if it doesn't update, after a certain, like, I don't know, 5 or so minutes, it'll rotate automatically, filling up all the cauldrons for lava. And if you don't know, lava makes a great fuel source to smelt stuff. It lasts 100 blocks, I do believe. So yeah, that's pretty fancy. Just go down there. I like how it looks. It's like a bank. For some reason, this vision here, or this imagery here, reminds me of a bank or a cellar or something. But yeah, that's enough of that. Over here is one of the more recent builds I made. It's a bamboo farm that I don't use. Anyway, next build. We're just gonna keep on going. This might not be exactly an historically accurate a timeline. It might not be historically accurate for the timeline, but Iron Golem fall down, he burn. It is what I want to tell, so it's my story. I can say it however I want. Okay, so my computer decided to crash. It was a little silly, but we're back. Nothing was lost. No data was corrupted, so that's good. Video seems to still be in order. I'll have to figure out how to fully properly stitch that together. But yeah, like I was saying, I don't think this is going to be built in the proper timeline as I actually built it. But yeah, this was a bamboo farm I made. Kind of worthwhile. Not really. It exists. It's here. I think at first it was a beetroot and carrot farm, but I have built something much greater, and now I don't need carrots or beetroots or wheat or anything actually anymore, because I eat chicken as my raw form of food, because chicken is based and it has lots of protein and is good for you. So yeah, we got that. There's a lot of farms around here that I don't really need, but are useful for the aesthetic, like this cocoa bean farm. Do I use cocoa bean? No. Is it nice to have every like 3,000 days? Probably. But yeah, that's that. Bamboo, which I have another bamboo farm over here. Originally it was a sugarcane farm, then I said no, and I've switched it to bamboo. And I have altered it in such a way to make it a fuel source. Firework. So it'll be infinitely smelting whatever blocks I put in there. I kind of want to make it like an infinite smelter, if that makes any sense. That way I can empty this eventually and like crash my computer and make lots of XP. That'd be great, honestly amazing. However, that's not the time right now. So yeah, it's a large tower of bamboo, 3 tall. Whenever it grows 3 tall, it'll get pushed over and then put into some chests and into a hopper. So yeah, there's that. Right over here is a pumpkin farm, which works way too well. Press the button, game lags a little bit, and then boom, pumpkins are harvested. Over here, sugarcane farm. I don't really need sugarcane for anything. Yep, I do need to make a bigger one for fireworks. However, the current moment, I don't need fireworks. I made a lot of them recently, so yeah. Right here, I need to turn down my sound. Nope, that's not the right one. Sound blocks, yeah. Turn that down completely. This is the first iteration of a storage system I have, where it sorts the items by item. Crazy idea, I know. However, it's a little small and I don't really like the look of it all too much, mainly because it's unfinished. And rather than finish it, I'd rather make a new one. So that's what I'm doing now. That's the current project on my list of several. Right over here is going to be the new storage room. It's a little big, so it's going to take a little more time to complete rather than any other project. Besides the large thing behind me, which we'll get to in a bit. Over here are some wood log storages for wood that I collect for harvesting trees, because that's how it works. Harvest a tree and get a log, or a few logs actually. Yeah, so there's storage for reference. Here is my favorite structure that I've ever built. It's right over here. Oh, I lost the door. Okay. The door's gone. That's awesome. I'll have to fix that or something. It's a little trap door. You walk into it, and boom, it opens up and closes right behind you. Need to turn the sound back on. For blocks, yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. I like how satisfying it is. The door got broken because this is hard mode. It's very, very satisfying. Sometimes I just go in there for hours and waste time. But over here is the villager trading hall. I use this sometimes to get emeralds. Not extremely efficient. I do want to build a new one, but I also have mending. Bro, what? Huh? How are you? Oh, there's two. How did you? Huh? Whatever. I didn't realize there were two villagers making love in there. God, that's gross. Anyway, over here is my guy name tag. Okay, let me see if I can get in there real quick with him. He's a bit of a dancer. He's a bit of a DJ. I just have to make my way up here to the sheep farm. 4 sheep make a farm. Pretty great. Here's the name tag. He can't get out. I don't think he can hurt me either. He walks around on the pressure plates and he makes music for me. It's kind of great. He has full netherite armor, I'm pretty sure. He doesn't want to seem to play for us right now, but that's okay. I forgive him. He's a cool guy. His name is Nametag. If you don't know how to do that, you can just change your language to like something else. Rename a name tag to name tag and then switch it back to English or whatever language you speak, and it'll be called name tag. So that's pretty cool. Here is the contaminated egg shop. Does it make eggs? No, it makes chickens. Lots of chickens and feathers. That's all it does. I like it. It looks pretty neat. I made a tutorial on it and you should watch it. Anyway, up here is the diamond house from the beginning of the video. Pretty boring. Let's fly over here. This is the world map. I need to update some of the tiles. World map. Here I am right there, green little guy. And over here is the rest of the world. Big circle from earlier in the video. And yeah, we'll need to clear that up, but that's okay. Wheat farms or entrance to farms. Follow this path over here. I like the look of 3 wide paths, so that's what I use mostly. Iron golem farm, also that's loud. Let's walk away from it. Iron golems spawn from villagers whenever they feel threatened, so they feel threatened 24/7, and I make a profit. I scare them by telling them very scary bedtime stories. Over here is very loud. This is the industrial chicken farm. Why do I need an industrial chicken farm? So I can get chicken, because chicken's amazing. I get way too much chicken that I'll ever need, more than I'll ever need. It's backed up quite a lot. All these hoppers are pretty much full. These will get full eventually, and they will stop making eggs or something or other. But until that point, I get chicken. And that's my main food source as of right now, because I don't have to worry about it. If I was actually like playing a real game, I'd have to worry about it. Like real life. I gotta pay those bills. I gotta get those groceries, etc., etc. But yeah, that's like the main part of the world. Everything else is aesthetic. We have Melon Island over here, which I rarely visit, as you can see. The melons have not grown back since the last time I've been here, because this is never in render distance. But yeah, over here is the creeper farm. One of the only mob farms I have that produce a product I actually desire. I go up there and just sit there for a while. This also makes string for some reason, which I do not care for. But yeah, if we wait like a good little noodle, something might fall. Alright, we've waited enough and nothing's fallen. So we go over here and we see that it makes gunpowder and string and sometimes bones if you're extra quirky. I don't know why it makes bones. I don't think skeletons can spawn in less than 2 block gaps like creepers can. But, oh well, so be it. Alright, so I'm about to show you my massive hole. I've never shown anyone this before. Not even my parents know about my massive hole. It might be an addiction, maybe. I can get therapy for it if I need to, but for now I can stop whenever I want. This is my massive hole. It's rather big. I've mined it all out by hand. It's pretty big, I think. I like taking screenshots in here sometimes. Yeah, this is the I want to say 864 by 864 project. And those numbers may or may not have a significance in terms of how many blocks it is. You can do the math if you want. I've done the math. It's a big number. It's a bit. So yeah, here we are in my hole. I'm sorry to have to show you on the first date, but yeah. Let's go to sleep real quick because it's already been a whole day. So yeah, here's the big hole. We've got beacons everywhere, and it's time to go to the next area. If we go press J while I'm levitating in a somewhat decent area, you can see how big it is. From right here to right about there, right here. I can't find the area. Right here, this sand line right here, if you can see it. Oh, I landed. Is the edge. It's a large square, 864 blocks from that corner to this corner, and it will be mined out in however many years I decide to make it. Not 1, not 2, not 3 or 4, but maybe more. So yeah, there is a way to get down to it if I so desire. Just fall down here. Boom. And I'm at the bottom. I want to make it 7, I think, is the lowest layer I want to go to. Not entirely sure, but yeah. If I press tab, I have an active counter of however many blocks I've mined. It's at 4.926 million blocks. Quite a big number in my opinion. I can't count that high without getting bored first. But yeah. We check over here. If we check over here, we can also see the other project I have working in the background that I make slight progress on every now and then. It's the flat project, where I make the world flat, or at least every part of the inside of the big circle. If you have your render distance low enough, just gonna back up a little bit. If you have your render distance low enough, you can't tell that I'm not in a flat world. It's crazy. If I go over this way, you see a beacon, and that's about it. Until you know, go a little farther. But the goal is to make the entire area flat by covering the oceans and harvesting the trees. That's why I have so many logs. I've been talking a lot, and I'm getting kind of exhausted. Here's another area or section of the 864 project. Go down here, the very edge of it. Eventually I'll complete it if I ever don't get bored of this game, but there's no guarantees on anything in life. So yeah, that's the overworld pretty much. I don't really travel outside of this circle too much unless I need powdered snow, or literally that's about it actually. Also, these turtles are missing a home, so very sad. Let's go to the Nether. Alright, so in the Nether, we have this tunnel, and that goes all the way strictly to the end portal. I don't know how to mob proof this area, so we're just gonna pretend like it is. I put string on the ground, and things still spawn sometimes, but that's okay. In the end, I have nothing is of significance. I have a portal, and I have a chest. If we go into the Nether, the end, we have the basics. We have the end farm, and that's about it. We have a killing station for the Wither, because I'd rather not have to struggle on something that is so trivial. And that's the entire end. And that's basically the entire Nether. As you saw, world spawn right out here, because I usually destroy my bed after I use it.